TWITTY, Twitter REST API Interface. TWITTY is a useful interface that runs within MATLAB for communicating with Twitter. Methods used in TWITTY are essentially wrapper functions that call the Twitter API. The API caller function, called TwitterAPI, does the main work. Key steps to successfully using the Twitter API include obtaining Twitter credentials and using JavaScript Object Notation, JSON, parsers. The MATLAB file exchange provides a JSON parser developed by Joel Feenstra. The JSON parser parses a JSON string and returns a MATLAB cell array with the parsed data. JSON objects are converted to structures and JSON arrays are converted to cell arrays. Twitter credentials are easily created by registering at the Twitter site, creating an application, and retrieving consumer and access keys. These keys are required for running TWITTY and include specific values for consumer, key, consumer, secret, access, token, secret. To use these keys in a MATLAB script, users assign the values to their credential structure. Then, a TWITTY instance can be created and methods, such as search, can be called as shown in TWITTY search method example. TWITTY provides a number of useful methods for interacting with the Twitter API. Example calls, along with a brief description, are shown in Table 1. Additional methods and detailed descriptions are found by typing twitty.api at the MATLAB prompt. TWITTY method examples. MATLAB, Statistics Toolbox A. The Statistics Toolbox provides statistical and machine learning algorithms and tools for organizing, analyzing, and modeling data. Key features include data organization and management via dataset arrays and categorical arrays, exploratory data analysis with the use of interactive graphics and multivariate statistics, and regression or classification for predictive modeling. The toolbox also includes functions that allow users to test hypotheses more effectively by checking for autocorrelation and randomness as well as other tests, for example, t-tests, one-sample tests, and distribution tests such as chi-square and Kolmogorov-Smirnov. Clustering algorithms available within MATLAB's statistical toolbox include k-means and hierarchical approaches. Clustering algorithms are particularly useful for analyzing social networking data as they help identify natural groupings that can then be further analyzed to determine similarities or differences and make business, marketing, or other decisions. A k-means clustering algorithm forms clusters by minimizing the mean between all cluster members. Clusters are defined by the centroid or center of each cluster. The algorithm works by moving data between clusters until the sum of the distances between each member and the centroid is minimized. MATLAB allows different distance measures to be selected. Table 2 lists the available distance measures and a brief description and example call. MATLAB k-means clustering distance measures. Visually displaying the results for multidimensional data can be challenging. However, the silhouette plot, available within the MATLAB Statistics Toolbox, displays a measure between 0 and 1, representing how close each point in one cluster is to the points in the neighboring clusters. Values close to 1 indicate points are distant from neighboring clusters, whereas values close to 0 indicate points are not distinctly different from one cluster or another. Negative values indicate points that are most likely assigned to the wrong cluster. In the following example, Sykes2 represents the cluster index for each given sample of data. Assuming Sykes2 is returned from the call to the k-means function, an example call of the silhouette function is hierarchical clustering groups data to create a tree structure consisting of multiple levels. Users can prune parts of the tree depending upon the application and level of detail required. The links between data are represented as upside-down U-shaped lines with the height of each line indicating the distance between the data. This height is known as the cophonetic correlation distance between the two objects. MATLAB has a function that measures this distance. The closer the value of the cophonetic correlation coefficient is to 1, the more accurately the clustering solution reflects your data. Distance measures, similar to the k-means clustering, need to be selected to generate the linkages of the tree. Shows the code to create a tree based on the Euclidean distance for a matrix named Mayos and displays the results in a tree and then calculates the cophonetic correlation. MATLAB code to calculate cophonetic correlation.